It's story time about the saltiest Yu-Gi-Oh player I have ran into in quite some time. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So I want to say you're going to get some interesting details here to how this interaction even came about. So I was actually last night filming the second episode of the 12 days of deck profiles and giveaways, and I ran into this very, very interesting going second Winged Dragon raw deck, and I instantly fell in love with it. I'm going to be honest with you, like, I love gimmicky Egyptian god decks that actually can do things, and I'm also a sucker for kind of these going second, beat your opponent with a gimmick sort of thing. So, yes, also confirms that the second episode is going to be Rizal. Sorry. It's basically Rizal release day. So I figured we'd do an episode for that. So I grabbed this Winged Dragon raw list from Player, and I was like, all right, we're gonna start testing this. If anybody should be salty, it should be me, because I think I went, what was it? 0-14 this morning, and it was all just Fiendsmith combo. It was activate Fiendsmith Sanct, it was normal Lacrima, Fiendsmith Engraver, Ghost Search Track, 14 games of that in a row. And I ask you all, you wonder how your sanity can actually, comprehend. So I bumped down to casual, just kind of have some fun, because maybe I was like, maybe I'm not playing the deck right. Maybe it's one of these sorts of situations that, maybe I got to adjust my strategy and kind of sit down and see what we can do and kind of learn this pile. So started playing a couple casual games, and I'm starting to feel pretty good about myself. The deck's gimmick is you play a lot of board breakers, a lot of thrust talents, Ken Gen, cards to find you into the Winged Dragon of Ra to OTK your opponent, because Ancient Chain gives you that ability to give the Ra the extra power. So keep in mind, I'm playing this going second Winged Dragon Ra deck. In my opinion, the definition of the casual deck, right? Like, if you're playing Egyptian God, like the Winged Dragon Ra is your win con, oh boy. So we enter in to what is going to be the duel of the day for me out here, for the saltiest casual player I've ever seen out here. So this duelist is playing Cosmo, Rocket, Crystal Beast, Sapphire, Pegasus. Anytime I see Pegasus, I know auto rank 4s are going to be involved. And I think it's kind of cool that, we're doing Rocket stuff with the Cosmo Town to pop it, so you can actually go through some of the Cosmo lines. That's fine, right? Like, I would say that's a decent, tier 2.5 concept. Some of the Rocket stuff might not necessarily be as strong as it used to be, but that's fine. So we sit down, and the first thing I read from them is, why can't I activate spell cards? I'm like, oh, okay, well, sure. This isn't going to be anything too crazy to think about. I bricked on, I have the Soul Exchange spell card. I have, the ability Summon the Gods. And, of course, Tact Talent, all these good cards that need your opponent to interact and play the game. And guess what I got? A set 2 in the Spell and Trap card zone. We Feather Duster, clear it off, which isn't anything too much. I'm still kind of questioning why my opponent couldn't activate Quick Launch, but it's okay. So we progress. I pass turn back over to my opponent. I think I take a little bit of damage. And then this is kind of where things start to get interesting. So we go into my next turn, and I'm still on a brick. I managed to make a play, and then the first thing I get from them is, it appears that your deck seems to have no strategy. You've only drawn these cards, and it's like, just an observation, though. I'm sitting here, I'm like, huh. So I Super Poly board broke him on the previous turn, and of course I get told that's unfair, standard casual Yu-Gi-Oh player mentality, I should be winning. I should be the one winning, not you, alright? There should be no back and forth in casual Yu-Gi-Oh. If I'm playing casual Yu-Gi-Oh out here, I am the one that should be winning. I am the MC. So, not only did I get told, oh, this is unfair that you super polyed my Cosmo Dark Destroyer and my Rocket Tracer, but I'm now getting my, this going second Winged Dragon Raw pile is now getting told that it appears to have no engines, and it's crazy. So, you know, we're not even on like the crazy salt meter yet. You know, this is just casual banter. You know, oh boy, you board broke me. I hate you. And then we go into the psychoanalyzation of, I'm going to beat you if I'm going to trash talk your deck and tell you your deck appears to be dog shit. Yeah, standard Yu-Gi-Oh! Player stuff. So, I'm going to go through. My Starving Venom ends up getting Arc Rebellion over, which is not the necessarily worst thing in the world. I end up Lightning Storming, Dropletting his Arc Rebellion, which kind of triggers the next event of, I can't believe you're playing all of these going second cards. You know, you're playing so many staples. Like, no wonder why your deck doesn't have a strategy. You know, you're just playing these annoying cards that are meant to inconvenience me so I can't, you know, essentially win the game. Like, this is where this, just activating Lightning Storm on an Arc Rebellion and then chaining Droplet was the tipping point of this duelist, like, game with me, is the fact that they start going super salty and terminal. So it was actually really funny, is going into my turn, I'm able to start the Winged Dragon Arashang, as we have, like, the Ancient Chant, we're starting to get the search, and this is where I really appreciate just how salty this was. I get told that I need to take my ass back to competitive. Playing this many staple cards, quote unquote, makes me a terrible duelist. He said something about hoping that my ass gets destroyed in competitive, which is actually just hilarious, by the way. There's a lot more being said here than I can kind of elaborate. A couple of swear words here and there. You know, getting told that I'm competitive scum. And I would like to, once again, remind you all here that I am playing a Winged Dragon of Ra going second deck. I am main decking tripling Shachant, triple of the Tribute 3 of your opponent's monsters. You know, we're playing Blaze Cannon in this deck. Alright, we're playing Thrust and Tack Talents to hope to draw into these cards. And I'm playing Ken and Gens, man, and some Super Polys to kind of board break you so I can actually play the game. But because I am playing the most casual deck I can think of out here, I am an absolute scumlord. And, of course, I had to hit him with the, LOL, you just mad you're going to lose to the Winged Dragon of Ra. And I get hit with the, well, enjoy losing in competitive. Nah, it wasn't actually that nice. It was something. I hope you'd fall over and never wake up and that sort of thing. It's just salty Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, man. You kind of get what I'm saying here, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, the casual mentality or the casual elitist mentality, and the thing that made me really impressed with this game was this is actually like 4 or 5 turns in, and the whole time that these 4 to 5 turns are happening, he's complaining. He's like, "Well, I can't believe, you know, this is a casual match. You know, this is bullshit. Like, this game should be over in a turn." And it's like, don't you want interactivity? Don't you, like, if you're playing a casual game, don't you want to be able to play the game? Don't you want there to be some back and forth interactivity with this? Shouldn't there be some sort of, you know, getting to play the game? I feel like I forget sometimes out here that we live in a world of main characters where they believe that they are the only ones that should be allowed to play the game. And your Rocket Cosmopile got destroyed by the frickin' Winged Dragon Ra, not on turn 1, not on turn 2, but on turn frickin' 3, alright? Because your deck couldn't perform up to standard out here, and my dog shit pile was able just to... This is hilarious, man. Like, this deck is not super good. And there's a difference between super good, competitive, and casual fun. And I think we check all the marks for this. But I'm making this video today to go, this was my experience playing the Winged Dragon Ra. I evidently am just a scumlord for playing going second Winged Dragon Ra and killing my opponent for, what, like 7,000 life points? Like, not even that strong, but, you know, okay, sure. But you see one thing, you're going to ruin people's fun. Remember, the casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Player absolutely believes that they should be the one winning, and so forth. That doesn't go for everybody, but, man, the salt today has been absolutely insane. Like, it amazes me that, like, you tell somebody to go back to playing competitive, because their deck decided that it wanted to work for one of the, I think that was the 4 times and 18 times, was that 1 in 1 in 4 times, 1 in nearly 5. We're almost working out here. And I'm the absolute problem with this game. Yu-Gi-Oh players, man. Anybody else have any cool stories? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And that concludes my my salt bin for the day. I wanted to get this out there because Yu-Gi-Oh. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.